Ramanujam Ambi is a straightforward consumer protection advocate from Triplicane, Chennai. Ambi is secretly in love with his neighbor Nandini, a medical student and an aspiring Carnatic singer, but never expresses his feelings due to fear of rejection. Chari, who is Ambi's friend. He is a sub-inspector of police. Ambi expects everyone to follow the law and prosecutes those who violate it. However, his efforts fail as circumstantial evidences always seem to favor the accused. His efforts to raise civic awareness go in vain due to pervasive corruption and a general lack of seriousness. Frustrated at his inability to bring about a change in society, his reserved anger manifests itself in an alter ego named Anniyan, an ugly reaper-themed vigilante who murders corrupt and unresponsive people. Anniyan creates a website, compiles a list of criminals in it and kills them using punishments designated in one of the ancient Hindu scriptures Garuda Puranam. One day he returned from his work, saw a wounded man on roadside. He tried to save his life. He stops a car and asked him to take this man hospital. But he refuses Ambi. Then he calls ambulance. When he reached hospital, this man was dead. His suppressed anger manifests itself in an alter ego named Anniyan, who kills car owner and wrote Sanskrit word on his car. Next day, DCP Prabhakar and Chari investigate the murder committed by Anniyan. In disguises, they discover clues left behind by Anniyan, which are the names of the punishments he meted out to his victims. One day he finds low-quality brake cables manufactured and supplied in market, so he files a case against brake cable manufacturer. When his family and Nandini family go Tanjavur by train, he finds spoiled foods served by Chokalingam, an errant catering contractor with the Indian Railways. At the night he became Anniyan and kills catering contractor Chokalingam by put him into boiling oil. Next day, he does get the courage to propose Nandini during the annual Tigaraha Aradhana with the help of his friend, Sub-Inspector Chari. She rejects him as she cannot bear his overbearing nature and constant complaining and fault-finding. Distressed, Ambi attempts suicide, almost drowning himself before having second thoughts. Consequently, he develops another personality named Remo, a metrosexual fashion model. Nandini is smitten by Remo and falls in love with him, unaware that Remo is one of Ambi's split personalities. Brake cable manufacturer sends his men to kill Ambi. They have beaten Ambi and thrown. Now Ambi reverts to Anniyan and beat then out. Thank you for watching this video. Do not forget to subscribe our channel. Later Anniyan kills manufacturing company owner. Next day he came as Ambi to police station and give complaining against manufacturing company owner for assaulting him. Police officer tells that the company owner was killed last night. While purchasing a plot of land for Nandini, she decides to undervalue the property to evade stamp duty. Ambi, who accompanies her to the government office, refuses to help her on learning of her intention to skirt the law. Later, when Nandini and Remo are on a date, Remo transforms into Anniyan and attempts to punish her for her corrupt act. As he is about to kill her, Nandini calls out for Ambi. Anniyan then reverts to Ambi, who collapses and loses consciousness. Nandini takes Ambi to the National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences, where he is diagnosed with dissociative identity disorder. Through recovered memory therapy, Dr. Vijay Kumar, the chief psychiatrist of the National Institute of Mental Health and Neurosciences, uncovers Ambi's past. It is revealed that when Ambi was 10 years old, he witnessed the accidental death of his younger sister Vidya due to civic apathy. The incident left a deep emotional scar, which is the reason for his lofty ideals. It is also discovered that while Anniyan and Remo are aware of Ambi as a separate person, Ambi is oblivious to their existence within him. Vijay Kumar declares that Remo will cease to exist if Nandini reciprocates Ambi's feelings, but Anniyan will cease to exist only when the society reforms. Nandini accepts Ambi's love and Remo disappears. Anniyan states to the murders he committed when he appears among the public and the press at the Nehru Stadium. He clarifies the justification behind them and says that only when every Indian is responsible and honest will the country prosper on similarity with developed nations. His methods draw both praise and criticism. Prabhakar tries to catch Anniyan, but he escapes. On investigating the phone records and IP address of Anniyan's internet activity, Prabhakar discovers that the connection belongs to Ambi. Upon further analysis of a security footage of Anniyan's public appearance, Ambi's face is revealed under the hood. Prabhakar arrests Ambi and subjects him to a polygraph test to make him confess to his crimes. The officers realize that he is telling the truth and is ignorant to killing anyone, trusting his innocence. Prabhakar, angry and not having any of it, orders all the officers and Chari to leave, and instigates brutally attacking and tormenting Ambi alone with Garuda Puranam punishments. Ambi is finally thrown into a steaming hot salt water tank by Prabhakar. When a traumatized Ambi begs for mercy, Prabhakar insultingly turns on the water cooler, making the water exceedingly cold to the point it becomes ice, so that Ambi will freeze to death. The near-death experience and pain triggers Anniyan's reappearance. Ambi's character alternates between Ambi and Anniyan. He brutally subdues Prabhakar as Anniyan, while begging for forgiveness as Ambi. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe our channel for more videos and movies. Later, when Ambi is tried for several murders, Vijay Kumar testifies to Ambi's mental condition. Chari also had secretly recorded Ambi's cross-examination and suffering at Prabhakar's hands and presents it as evidence of Ambi's mental condition. Ambi is innocent, but is directed to undergo psychotherapy in a mental hospital and will be eligible for release when cured. When Ambi is released 2 years later, his inflexible loyalty to protocol has diminished and he appears more open and accepting. He marries Nandini, and while traveling on a train during their honeymoon, Ambi notices a man. He is an electrician who was indirectly responsible for his sister's death several years ago. Drinking among fellow passengers, moving himself and Nandini away from the man, he secretly changes into Anniyan, makes his way back to the compartment and throws the man off the train, killing him. However, he hides the incident from Nandini, revealing that instead of Ambi eliminating his other personality, both have blended into one personality. Thank you for watching this video. Subscribe our channel for more videos and movies.